Hello and welcome back to Philistine Entertainment for my next review, which is of 1983's Octopussy, out of the James Bond collection. Talking about the plot of the film, the rules opinion of the film, my opinion of the film, talk about the overall audio-video quality of the Blu-ray release, and get the film a ranking. James Bond is assigned to solve the murder of Agent 009 killed in East Germany, clenching a fake Fabergé egg. The trail leads to India, where an enigmatic woman operates a smuggling ring under the cover of a traveling circus. However, her real motivations prove to be far more sinister, and Bond uncovers a plot to blow up a U.S. Air Force base in West Germany. Okay. Octopussy. How the Bond community, most people don't like this movie, and they rank this sort of down in the low 8 for some odd reason of the 25 films. I actually, and what it has to do with is really the comedicness of Roger Moore's portrayal as Bond in this particular film. He actually has far more comedy and is far more victorious and far more hokey and campy in this movie than he is in all the other James Bond movies that he's in. But this is where it gets into my opinion. I actually have never really had that big of a problem with Octopussy because, much like Moonraker, and I'll get into a little trivia right here so we can kind of move things along a little bit. Octopussy was originally intended to be the next film after Moonraker, not For Your Eyes Only. Which is why you have that pre-title sequence kind of looking like it was filmed in 1979 and not 1983. And that's basically how that kind of goes with that type of look. And it kind of follows into this. And this is kind of why I brought that up a little bit. It's like a little trivia. Because this kind of has the same type of tone to me. Yes, you have the campiness and hokiness there. But to me, to my personal opinion, that darker tone, that more gothic flow that you had in Moonraker exists in this movie. I think what's going on is much like For Your Eyes Only. Octopussy is based off of a short story within the same short story novel that you had with For Your Eyes Only, the previous film. And that is, of course, The Property of a Lady. For the most part. And I think they kind of have a little bit of Risque-Go in there as well, I think. But I would say is mostly Property of a Lady, which is a short story in there. And, yeah. That's interesting to me, is that it kind of has that darker tone that Moonraker has. For Your Eyes Only kind of went its own direction. This one kind of is a lot more like Moonraker. Now let's go ahead and talk about the audio and video presentation. Much like the last film, this kind of has more of that Metro color 1980s aesthetic in terms of the look of how the film was filmed, which I like. I thought the 80s definitely had a good way of doing that. There's a reason why the Halloween films, which actually are in Dolby Vision Plus HDR10, look so good last month. So many others that were made in the 80s. I can definitely say that I thought it looked quite good. In the 5.1 sound presentation was very, very good. I had no problems at all with the sound presentation. I thought it was a very, very good looking movie and a very good sound to it. They get better and better the more you get into these films. So the later you get in the years, these films sound better, which is to be expected, of course. Now let's get the film ranking. I do agree with the goofy moments being a little too much at points in this film, but it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the film due to the darker tone of the film to me. So I'm not going to butcher this film with the ranking. I'm going to give it a good, solid 3-star ranking. I think it's a great James Bond movie. It might be almost a big surprise to you, but there's not going to really... I think the only film that's going to get less than a 3-star ranking within this James Bond event is going to be Diamonds Are Forever. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You probably won't see a low ranking, but at the same rate, maybe you will. We'll find out, but I doubt it. So 3 stars is what I give this film. And I will see you guys next time.